This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. And the title of this rant is, Will Corporations Honor Women and Defund the Texas Legislature? And I would add to that, it all comes down to money. So we know that 1/3 of all women will have an abortion in their lifetime, and that covers all segments of society, rich, poor, black, white, Hispanic, all economic and racial. It's all about that. So there are a fair number of women who are in the anti-abortion movement who have had an abortion. But so we know that there is a high rate of sexual trauma with women in the military. We know that women in general, from childhood to early adulthood, suffer from sexual trauma at a much higher rate than men do. But what the Supreme Court with the Texas legislature has done is, again, made women second-class citizens. And it is, from a technical standpoint, a total institutional betrayal of women. And it also continues to allow for the, let's just say, inciting of violence against women, not just women, but then also, let's just say, women's health issue providers. And remember that the sole purpose of all of this, by the agreement of the Supreme Court and by the Texas legislature itself and by all of the legislatures over the last 50 years, is basically to deny women the power of their own fertility, or as we would say, the power over their own bodies, so to speak. Now, from a political standpoint, by the mid-70s, the Republican Party had determined that this was going to be a 100% wedge issue on their part, meaning that you were all or none, that everything was going to be about stopping abortion in its tracks, stopping Roe versus Wade, and denying women the power to manage their fertility. So that at that time, there could have been Republicans who were, let's say, against abortion, but were for sexual education in the schools, women's health organizations that would provide birth control, pap smears, breast examinations, and other women's issues. They could have been all for that. But no, the Republicans made it a 100%. You are with us or you are against us. And let's remember, again, that at that time when that started in the mid-70s, most of the legislature, and it still is run by white men, and especially in the red states, conservative white men, Pentecostal, far right-wing Christians, etc. And as I said before, it's all come down to money, because guess what? Who's been funding their re-elections and the money to go against the Democrats for these last 50 years? It's corporations. Now, corporations lately have all been about, we want to empower women. We want to make it, but in terms of this, with the Supreme Court and the Texas legislature, they kind of thought that, the Supreme Court would knock it down. They haven't really said that much, but are they willing to step up? And let's just take Texas as an example, but this runs through all of the legislatures, especially in the red states, where corporations have been funding these people. And again, mostly rich, white, Christian men. These rich, white, Christian men are using this money from corporations to deny women the ability to manage, let's just say, their own fertility. And will these corporations step up and defund these legislatures and elect Democrats so that this will not continue on? Let's hope that is the case. I'm not optimistic about it, but let's hope that corporations will step up in this regard.